So real world situation. Let's just say you're a healthcare provider and a patient comes to you and they give you this story. Doc, this is not working for me. The common thought right now, especially if it's a controlled substance, is, well, gee, you took more than you're supposed to, so something's wrong with the patient. But let's say you get beyond that. Let's say you have a more enlightened provider and they say, okay, we have seen this before. We've done this long enough to see that there are patients who are coming to us saying, this is not working for me, but what I was on before is working for me, even though they're supposed to be exactly the same thing. And so those providers are a little more enlightened and they'll say, okay, you are switched to a generic and maybe that generic's not working as well. And they will start thinking, well, what should we do? Should we reassess if this problem has gotten worse? Do we need more imaging? Do we need to do another set of studies to find out if there's a whole new issue going on? Or again, is this problem just the medication? So finally, let's say you come to that conclusion, this is absolutely the medication, this is absolutely this new manufacturer, or it could be the same manufacturer. Remember, manufacturers also outsource their production. So it's very convoluted. You could have a manufacturer that's outsourcing it to another manufacturer that may be actually outsourcing it to the third-party manufacturer. And we simply don't know what's going on in that whole supply chain. We're not privy to that. What are we supposed to do in the real world? Because you cannot logistically send this out to a lab. And even if you did send it out to a lab, I mean, first of all, who's going to pay for that and what lab? And I've even had a tough time finding labs that are willing to test these medications out. But here's the problem. When you send it out to a lab, it may actually have the milligram that it says it's supposed to have. But because of the fillers that they've used and because of their preparation process that they've made that medication, the amount that the patient is actually able to absorb or the amount of that medication that's actually effective may not be the same as what they had with the brand name in the clinical trials. If you go back to the pharmacy and you say, hey, this medication is not working for me, I demand you to replace it with something else, they'll say no. They'll say, sorry, we can't do that. If you want another medication, your doctor will have to write a new script and will have to submit it to insurance, and they will not cover it because you'll be early for a refill. So a patient will have to pay out of pocket for that script. And this is happening every day. This literally has happened to us even today, ironically.